Good morning children, hope you all are doing good. So children, today I am going to explain you about spinal cord. Okay, so have a look children. You all are familiar with this flow chart that I explained you earlier, that nervous system is composed of CNS and whose main part is brain and spinal cord. So spinal cord main functions are they control our reflex actions and they act as a highway so that they can send the impulses in the form or messages from brain to the other organs back and forth. Okay, then it is further divided into brain is the main three parts of brain are cerebrum, cerebellum and medulla oblongata. In my last video I have explained you about this. Now, so today I will explain you about the PNS also. It is a nerve pathway which is you can say which is stimulated by spinal cord. Okay, so it is further divided into somatic nervous system and automatic nervous system. Somatic consists of cranial nerves, which nerves come arising from the brain. It is 12 in pairs, and spinal nerves that is 31 in pairs. So you should know the exact number of this nerve pairs. Now, autonomous nervous system is a pair of change of ganglia, aggregates of nerves, okay, and it is present near the organ. It is arising from the organs basically, and it shows two types of events, sympathetic and parasympathetic. So I will just explain you this further. Okay, so this is the complete flow chart related to this chapter. So if you will understand this flow chart, you will easily remember, and everything is given related to the functions also. It is given in this flow chart. So spinal cord, what is spinal cord? So spinal cord, as we all know, it is protected by our vertebral column. In the lower classes, from the lower classes we all know that it is protected from our vertebral column. Okay, so it is written the spinal cord extends from the medulla. It is attached with the medulla of the brain. Okay, and throughout our and whole length of our backbone it extends. Okay, so it is second lumbar vertebra and lies within the neural canal. In the center of the vertebra we have one neural canal. Okay, so through this, as you can see in this picture, first picture, here neural canal is there which starts from the medulla and just going down, extend downwards. So this is our spinal cord, which is protected by it is a like thickness like pencil. Okay, and all the cranial nerves attached to it, and then further all the spinal nerves also arise from it and distributed throughout the body. So you should remember. Now in lower classes, you know, I have explained you the reflex action also. So you should know, you should revise that also. Now children, so here also, you know, I told you in the brain gray matter and white matter are also present. They are the fibers, nerve fibers or cell bodies of neuron. The same way spinal cord also contains this gray matter and white matter. Only difference is their arrangement is opposite. So here you can see gray matter, the containing the cell bodies, they are they are inside. So you can see this butterfly like structure. So they are inside. So gray matter is inside in the spinal cord, whereas white matter is outside in the spinal cord. So here you can see gray matter is composed of nerve cell bodies and interneurons, which is present inside of the vertebral. Okay, as you can see, this is one vertebrae also. Now white matter, it consists of myelinated axon. It is passing from the brain or different segments of the spinal cord. So you should know the arrangement that and what it is made up of, gray matter and white matter. In brief, I have explained you in class 8 also. Okay, so in the same diagram you can see reflex arc that we have learned in the class 8, that reflex arc always stimulus arise from the sensory nerve, and it goes to the interleukin area. Okay, associated neurons where it is present, and then the signals is conveyed by the spinal cord in the form of motor neuron impulses. So you can see this is a reflector arc. Okay, and you know reflex arc is, or reflex action is stimulated by spinal cord only, not from the brain. So like this, no, spinal cord, like brain, spinal cord is also covered by the same meninges, spinal meninges membrane, which is further made up of dura mater, arachnoid and pia mater. Okay, and the same thing that they contain, spinal fluid contain, it is a entirely in length in our vertebral column. It is going. Okay, and all the cavity, like brain cavity is filled with cerebrosum fluid, the same way spinal cord cavities is also filled with cerebrospinal fluid, which basically act as a shock absorber. Okay, so the material is the function is like that it acts as a proof cushion, and it forms a medium also for exchange of food material, waste product and respiratory gases with neurons. So this is the function of cerebrospinal fluid in spinal cord. Okay beta, so you should know that they also contain this gray matter and white matter, gray inside, white outside. Their central canal, they arises from the medulla to the backbone part. Okay, their cavity filled with this CSF fluid, and it also made up of spinal meninges. Okay, so this is the structure of the anatomical structure of the spinal cord. Okay, now what are the functions? I told you that they act as a highway so that they can send the messages back and forth. Okay, so first function is they reflexes below the neck, so they form a neck reflex section below our neck. Okay, so because from that side only it starts, reflex spinal cord starts. Now it conducts sensory impulses from the skin and muscles to the brain. So from the brain it pass information from the brain and give it to the skin, which is called effector muscles. Okay, or sense organs. From the sense organ it conveys message to the brain. And the second one, all the motor nerves. Third one, all the motor nerve impulses also, they also carry the impulses from the brain to the effector muscles. So muscles of the trunk, lens, all get the this impulses. So you know children, spinal cord act as a mediator highway. Okay, so you should know the structure, and this is the function, all three. Now peripheral nervous system, I told you peripheral nervous system is divided into two parts, somatic nervous system and autonomic nervous system. So somatic nervous system consists of two brain nerves, that is called cranial nerves, and spinal nerves, that is spinal cord nerves. And so these nerves, so peripheral nervous system make up the nerves of our body. Okay, total nerve of the body. So here you can see that, as I said, cranial nerves, so we know that it emerged from the brain. Then there are 12 pairs. I have shown you in the flow chart that there are 12 pairs of cranial nerves. Okay, and there are 31 pairs of spinal nerves. So remember the 12 pairs of cranial nerve number and 31 pairs also. So some of which are sensory, like olfactory. So olfactory is the receptor present in our nose, optic one is present in the eyes, auditory is present in the ears. So all these receptors, they are made up of nerves, they comes under this category. Okay, cranial nerves. Now motor nerves, they are just ongoing nerves of our eyes and muscles, which are attached to the eyes and nerves. Mixed nerves, like associated nerves, they are also from the sense organs to the these glands or muscles, they are providing the messages. Okay, now spinal nerves. So spinal nerves emerge from the spinal cord, they are 31 in numbers. Okay, so remember, and they have distributed, you can see in here in this slide, 8 pairs are present in the neck, 12 pairs in thorax area, our neck, this area, 5 pairs are in lumbar area, and 5 pairs in the sacral area. These lumbar and sacral all are present in our that kidney and that vertebral column. You know, it is divided into 2-3 parts. Then coccix is a one pair, which is our last vertebral column, okay, which was functional during the ancestor time. So this is the lumbar, sacral and coccygeal. These are the vertebral segments, okay. In 9th class I have explained you. So a typical nerve originate from the spinal cord by means of dorsal root and ventral root, okay. So dorsal means first one and ventral means last one. So each dorsal root has a ovoid dorsal ganglion. Dorsal ganglion means they have the cluster, start from the starting of the vertebral, they have the cluster of the nerves, that is called ganglion, okay. And the function of these nerves and dorsal ganglion and ventral ganglion is that only that they conveys the messages, they pass the messages from one body part to the another body part. So last line it is written that every spinal cord is a mixed nerve having both sensory and motor, okay. So as you know, our sense organs carry the impulses and convey that impulses or signal to the brain, and then our brain read it, interpret it, and then send back the signals to the muscles to act. So that is it. The sensory and the motor fibers separate out at the junction of the two roots, okay. It can be a center part. Now both the roots enters the gray matter. So gray matter, you know, center butterfly like structure I told you. So both the root enter into, and like this only they will just pass the signals, and in the corresponding dorsal and ventral projecting horns of the gray matter. So they are just showing that gray matter, basically they are what they are doing, they are the emerging ganglion part. Now autonomous nervous system. So children, you can see, you know, sometimes sometimes you know you have done any mistake and you are afraid of your parents or your teachers. So in that case, you know what happen in your body, some like your heartbeat increases, some symptoms comes, okay. Heartbeat increases, you were having any little bit kind of stress, that what ma'am will give, ma'am can give you punishment or your parents can slap you like this, okay. And if you have any fight with your friend, you have such a kind of flight conditions or fright conditions. So that condition in which you can see your heartbeat increases, as you can see here, okay. Heartbeat increases, your salivation decreases, or this peristaltic movement inhibited, okay. You are having some stomach ache and all type of things. This is called sympathetic response, okay. Now after that what happen, so this is a response sympathetic, where your heartbeat increases. So after that what happen, your suppose your parents are not giving, or teacher is not just after not giving you punishment, okay, and your parents also they just avoid whatever you did, okay. So in that condition what happen, again within a few minutes you will feel that stress, you will not feel stressed, okay. And your heartbeat also become normal, okay. So here you can see so many things are given. Your salivation also increases, means your body become normal again, okay. So that condition is called parasympathetic, okay. So just this diagram is very good. As you can see, there is in autonomous nervous system there are two stages. First one is sympathetic, in which our body prepares for the action, whatever action, okay. If you have, for example, if you have done any mistake, or if you have any fear like this, and after that is a sudden action. So our all these symptoms, it arises during that parasympathetic nervous system, and after that whenever you just go through that action, okay, after few minutes automatically our body prepares for relaxation, okay, or as I said, it becomes normal. So the same thing, every body part work normally in that case. So that is called parasympathetic. So these two, sympathetic and parasympathetic, are opposite to each other and antagonistic to each other, okay. And both the steps, or these successive steps, comes under this ANS, sorry, okay, an autonomic nervous system. So here I am just reading for you, just have a look. So autonomic nervous system consists of a pair of change of nerves and ganglia on either side of the backbone. As I said, they are present on the gray matter side. This system control the involuntary actions. So this is the main important point, that this system controls all the involuntary actions like heart beating, like our respiration rate, breathing rate. Okay, and I told you internal alimentary canal organs movement, peristaltic movement, salivation also. So all the involuntary action is controlled by this system, ANS, autonomic. Okay, and it consists of two autonomic nervous system, or two opposite or antagonistic stages. First one is sympathetic, another one is parasympathetic. So nerves of sympathetic system arise from the spinal cord between the neck and the waist region, and parasympathetic system is located at two places. Okay, so one is anterior in the head and neck. So you should remember the location of the from where parasympathetic and sympathetic are coming. So these two part in general and opposite to each other in action, as I said. So during what happened during sympathetic nervous system, in class 8 I have explained you about the endocrine system. Our body is having the endocrine system, so many glands are there, they stimulate the hormones. So adrenaline, you can see here, adrenaline is a hormone which is secreted by adrenal gland, which is located over the kidney, over the kidney. So this gland is basically called emergency gland, and it secretes the and it basically, because of this only, this gland only, we are feeling, or we are feeling this our emotions, sadness, happiness, like this. So sympathetic nervous system prepares the body for violent action against abnormal conditions. So during this sympathetic, we feel abnormal, like heartbeat increases, we are having the fear, what other people will do with us, like this. And parasympathetic nervous system is more concerned with re-establishing our normal functioning of our body. Okay, so here I am just showing you one picture. You can see sympathetic response. Okay, it is a response of fight or flight. Okay, it gives us stress. So S, capital S means stress. Okay, and the parasympathetic response, it is the response which gives us relaxation. Okay, so rest and digest, and P means they are saying peace to our body. Okay, normal functioning to our body. So this is a very good picture, I found it. Okay, so remember S, this related to stress, and this P for peace. So remember, this is the opposite you can see response that our body shows during the ANS, autonomic nervous system, and which control or stimulate the involuntary actions. Okay, so in your book, this one diagram is also given that I have explained you right now, that autonomic nervous system showing the opposite effects of two parts, sympathetic and parasympathetic. So when we are at a stress, okay, what will happen? Our pupil dilates. Okay, it expands, dilates, salivation decreases, secretion of saliva decreases, heartbeat increases, bronchi dilates. So bronchioles are present in our lungs, so that they are not able to take the proper oxygen. Okay, or they are not sending the proper or transporting the proper oxygen. Then gastric and pancreatic activity also, they are also releasing the gastric juices, pancreatic juices for digestive system, that also inhibited. Basically our internal organs activity becomes slow during this sympathetic due to the stress, as I told you. Okay, now our glycogen convert into glucose in the liver, so this is just opposite. Then release of adrenal and non-adrenal, it is a gland which is released by the kidney, adrenal gland present on the kidney. Peristaltis inhibited all the movement of the food, digestive system decreases, bladder relaxes. Okay, so bladder also relaxes, only this is a good thing. So now just opposite, they are saying just opposite the symptoms of this parasympathetic. Pupil constrict, salivation increases, means in this heart rate become normal or it decreases. Bronchioles constrict, gastric activity becomes stimulated or normal, so like this, and bladder constricts. So now our body prepares for relaxation in this case. So children, please go through the chapters, okay, and if you have any doubts, please ask me in the Zoom class, okay. So for that you have to watch the video, please watch the video, try to learn, okay, and please ask, okay, and please go through all the chapters related to PNS and ANS. So thank you children. Okay, so this is also one table 10.1, the same thing they are showing here, different organs and sympathetic responses and parasympathetic response. So read by yourself whatever I have explained you here in this diagram. They are showing, they are in detail, they are showing here. So thank you and have a nice day children. God bless you all, beta.